My name is Emanuel Macha. I'm from Uganda and I work with the Kampala Capital City Authority in the Directorate of Physical Planning. Currently I am the Acting Manager, Development Permission and Control. My background is in physical planning, but I also have a bias in environmental planning. And so I integrate the two in my practice.
My name is Deogratias. I'm a Director of Human Settlement Development, working with Minister of Lands, Housing and Human Development from Tanzania, United Republic of Tanzania. My background, I'm an urban planning officer, registered, principal planner, and I worked with the government for more than 17 years. But to this position as a director, I'm a director now for 4 years. You know, urban planning by itself, because planning for cities, it means planning for the people. So by itself, you need to involve different stakeholders so that you can realize the betterment of the built environment. So if we look at our context in Tanzania, the Urban Planning Act itself insists on community participation and stakeholders involvement. So you should involve all the stakeholders who have the capacity to implement the plan, who will be affected by the plans, and those who have the mandate to manage the plans. So this invitation from Nuvoni and this research network we want to create, it signifies that there is a crucial importance on involvement of multiple disciplines so that we can have a better network, but also whatever research which can be done within the urban context can be multidisciplinary and also involve different backgrounds, because in order to realize the built environment, there are different actors. So planners will plan the city, how it looks, but we'll have urban designers, they will design how the city will look like. But we also need engineers who will design how the road will look like. But we also need civil engineers who will construct the buildings. We will then landscape architects who will create public spaces, open spaces, gardens, parks, and so forth. So people need water, electricity, and so forth. So we also need the electrical engineers, water engineers, and the like. Also the community who will also make the human settlement live. So we need everyone to be part and parcel of this symposium. And that's why when we had in 3 days discussions, you can see a lot of issue of inclusivity has come out very loud, and participation in the multidisciplinary actions. So that's why we think that it is very important for us who are coming from the public sector, because we are responsible for the policy formulation, registration, and the regulation formulations. So we need to engage different people, because those policies, those laws, those regulations are meant to be implemented by the people, only for the betterment of the society.
It's important for the integration of the two, the research and policy. That integration, if it starts earlier, it makes implementation of policy, formulation of policies and implementation meaningful. There we have results. So such collaborations, this initiative that Nuvoni extended to us is inclusive in a way that the invitation was not only limited to academicians, but it was also extended to the policy actors and implementers. And in that way, going forward, then we can strengthen that synergy to see how now what we discuss, how do we now go back and implement it, and then come back and report and see where the gaps are and keep improving. That way we shall improve our urban spaces.
Research has been done so more often in urban areas, and the way most of the research has been done, they've been too academic, so that they cannot inform the change of the process and how cities and the urban space are managed. So if we need to learn to have a different from other researches, first of all, through learn, we need to create a holistic process on how research should be done. What are the areas for research? What are the issues to be researched for? And this should be started from the early beginning, where early start from the formulation of the research objectives, research topics. So the government should be part and parcel and explain on what areas or which areas the government needs more research, which areas the government needs to be more informed so that it can make better decisions concerning urban and human settlement development. So this will be a key, and will be the difference between LAN and the other researchers we used to receive in our offices. So but also after doing a research, what do we do to make sure that the results of that research is disseminated and communicated to the policymakers, to the users, to the implementers, the different stakeholders who have the mandate, who are affected by the results of the research. That is also very crucial to make sure that the research results are more developmental, and also can affect or can influence the change in the society and also change in the government system.
I think what I see happening over and over from these collaborations is that there's a lot of duplication of research, and you find the same study has happened over and over and over from different actors. So I think what LAN can do is to move away from that, avoid that trap, avoid getting into that trap. The objective should be result oriented. It's not just about doing research. It's not just about expanding the network and getting everybody involved, but what impact are we having with the within the networks that we already have? What impact are we having? So for me, mine would be LAN can avoid the duplication, okay, and then focus more on having the results. Okay, I feel that way it will put LAN at a different platform in comparison to other research collaborations that they exist.